over here, and I'm cueing that side of her body to ask her to come forward. My left hand is just opening the door. Socks up here. My left hand is opening the door to say come forward. Now, we'll swing her around the other way. So I'm going to move her shoulders out first. No, not to me, just walk. Move your shoulders. Thank you. And I did that so her head is less likely to shove me off this by accident, because that doesn't look good. So I cue her hip to come over here, but my hand, if you notice, my hand is here versus out here, right? It's here, so it's saying, don't go forward. So your horse will understand the difference. Now, she started to go toward that pressure, so I just kept tapping. Good girl. And again, I'm picking this side because, you know, I should mount her from this side all the time, but I really haven't ridden her a long time, so why would I be mounting from this side? But, you know, it's fresh for you guys. You can see her going, but yeah, come that way. I go, no, I want you to come over this way. So, with the gait, what I was saying is it's the same thing. You're just being able to stay at a safer place. So, I'm going to ask her to back up then, and then I'll ask her to come forward. And that's the hip, the point of the hip is my cue spot, and my hand now is out in front. So where I kind of had started on the ground was, I said the first thing, you want to get them comfortable standing next to a fence. And it might be that your horse comes next to the fence and you walk it up, and it'll walk up and it'll stay at an angle like that. And you'll say, there, I got him next to the fence. And the second that you just say, pick up the rein, say, move over to the fence, you might find that they push forward on you and go that way. So what I want to do is say, nope, and I'll back her up. That's pressure. What all the horse is doing is saying, hey, you just discovered a hole in my training. I'm claustrophobic to stand next to an object. Not a big deal. Just work on it until you can get the horse a step closer. And then what I do is, instead of making her go all the way next to the fence, I might just start here and say, take a step this way, and take a step back that way. You know, because I don't have to start this next to the fence. I've already started it out there. I'm just taking it now next to the fence. So I just say, take a step closer and closer until, you know, she squares up right next to the fence, and I can say, take one more step, and she's willing to step and bump that fence. That's when she's saying, hey, I'm okay with it. So at that point, then I'll just say, ask her up a step. Now I'm going to ask her to move her shoulders away from the fence. If I need to, I'll use my stick and my ball to say, you know, to explain the concept. With her, she moves off of it, but a lot of horses I'll start like here. Say that is correct. Where her hip starts going out, I'll put her hip back next to the fence. And if I think I can get the shoulders to take a step over, then I will. If she takes a step back or starts going back, I'll simply say, come forward. So I'm just readjusting her, because once I get next to the fence, I'm going to have to do those same things. So what TJ was saying about the gate then is, I've got to figure out how to walk up to that gate and walk through it. Now, instead of using, does this gate swing pretty good? I'm just going to tie her up here so we don't have her running loose today. Not that she'd ever run loose in here. But if you don't know how to open a gate on a horse, you know, meaning you don't know how to maneuver it, don't have the horse there. Pretend you're on a horse. I start in the middle of the gate here, and I walk up to where I can comfortably, and I'm sorry my horse is in your way there, but that I can comfortably get over and reach and get the latch. So I'll walk to this spot, but then I'm going to walk my horse through the gate, and I'm going to get the gate where it's open wide enough. At this point, I'm going to pivot my horse's butt around. Okay? Then I'm going to walk forward with my horse, and then I'm going to basically pivot, a little bit of a side pass, but mostly pivot it, closed, and then back up. And that's how you do it, by keeping one hand on gate. So some gates are a little harder. That's pushing the gate open. But say I want to walk up and I want to have the gate come in toward me. And you want to practice it both sides of the horse, both coming and going. So that way I'll walk up to the gate here. I'll come up here. And I'll ask the horse to open the gate by moving its shoulders away, then pivot its hip around, and I need to have enough clearance. I can get my butt around. I can switch my hand there, and then I can back the gate closed this way. And that's how I do it, and I'll switch a hand. So every gate is a little bit different, and that would be like, say I was opening a gate that just was easy. It was real heavy, and maybe it was easier to switch my hand or to keep it from falling into my horse.